Today I'm making 1 hour potato bread. You can have this gorgeous loaf of potato bread ready in just 1 hour. Welcome y'all to Robin on the Farm. You already know that homemade bread is delicious, but do you also know that it can be really easy and really fast to make too? You're gonna see that with today's recipe. Today I'm making 1 hour potato bread. This is a great sandwich bread and it really is done in about an hour. You're gonna love this one. So let's just get started on this really simple, really yummy recipe. I'm gonna start with 1 cup or 240 grams of lukewarm water. You want this to be about 100 to 110 degrees. Just pour that right on into your stand mixer. Now I'm making this bread in a stand mixer. This is my Hauswirt M5 stand mixer that I just love. So that's what I'm using today. Besides loving the green color, I love that it has the light that shines down, has the fancy LCD display, and it's nice and small. It takes up very little space on my countertop. It's nice and light, and it really handles the dough well. So this is what I'm using today. Now, after the water, now I'm gonna add some milk. You want 60 grams or a 1/4 cup of lukewarm milk. So you want this warm too. Just add that right on in there with your water. Now it's time for some sugar. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons or about 25 grams of sugar. I'm using this white granulated sugar. You can also use honey, brown sugar, you can use coconut sugar, anything you want. But 2 tablespoons right on in there. Next I'm gonna add the yeast. I'm gonna use this Saf Instant yeast. And I'm gonna add 2½ teaspoons or about 8 grams of this yeast right on into the mixing bowl. Now I do like this Saf Instant yeast, but you can use Active Dry, you can use Rapid Rise, whatever kind of yeast you want, but instant yeast is gonna be best for this 1 hour sandwich bread. I love to buy my yeast in bulk like this. This is a 1 pound brick of yeast. I stick it in my freezer and I get it out right before I make bread and I stick it back in the freezer and it is gonna last forever that way. Now after the yeast, now it's time for some butter. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of melted butter, but you can also use oil if you'd rather do that. And I am using salted butter in this recipe. Now it's time for the flour. I'm gonna add 3 cups or 360 grams of bread flour. You can also use all-purpose flour. I've already weighed mine out just to give you the most accurate measurement possible. But this is 3 cups or 360 grams. Just add that right on in there with everything else. Now, since this is potato bread, now it's time to add the potatoes. But to make it really, really easy, I'm using instant potatoes. You might call these instant mashed potatoes, dry potato flakes, but these are great to add to your breads. This will give you a really good moist bread. It'll help keep it fresh longer. It'll make it nice and fluffy. So I love adding instant mashed potatoes to my breads. It gives you that really yummy potato flavor too. So for this recipe, I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of these instant mashed potatoes or potato flakes. That's about 40 grams, and I just added it right on into my mixing bowl. And last, but definitely not least, is our salt. I'm gonna add 1½ teaspoons or about 9 grams of this salt. I love this Redmond's Real Salt, but you can get away with any salt that you have. Now, like I always say, don't measure it over your mixing bowl just in case you over pour it because you don't wanna over salt your bread. On the other hand, you don't wanna forget to add your salt because bread without salt just doesn't have any flavor. It'll be terrible, so remember your salt. I have definitely done that before. So 1½ teaspoons right on in there. And those are already all of our ingredients for this really simple 1 hour potato bread. Now it's time to get this mixing. For this 1 hour potato bread, you're gonna wanna use your dough hook. So I'm gonna let this knead for 7 minutes on speed 3. And this thing's so great that it has a timer. So I'm just gonna press start. It's gonna knead for 7 minutes and then it's gonna stop. You can hear that it's nice and quiet. So let your dough knead for 7 minutes. And since this is such a quick 1 hour recipe, it's gonna be time to shape it. Now you can see that my dough has been kneading for about 2½ minutes. And I'm just checking on my ball of dough. It's looking really good. You can see that it's not sticking to the bottom or to the sides of the mixing bowl. It's getting kneaded up really well. I'm gonna let this go about another 4 minutes, and then it'll be time to shape this into a loaf. My dough is just about to be done kneading. While your dough is kneading, go ahead and get your loaf pan prepared. For this 1 hour potato bread, I'm gonna bake it in one of my 8.5 by 4.5 inch cast iron skillets. Love the cast iron, they're my all-time favorite. I love how this thing just shuts off when it's done kneading. I love that. Now for my cast iron, I poured about 2 teaspoons of olive oil in the bottom and just rubbed it all around. So whatever kind of loaf pan you're using, be sure that it's a non-stick loaf pan or you oil it up really well, spray it, whatever you want to do. This dough is already ready to shape. This is the great thing about 1 hour bread recipes. I love how fast they are. So let's go ahead and get this out of the mixing bowl. Oh, this dough feels really great. Oh, I love potato bread dough. It just feels different. It has a different texture than non-potato bread dough. I mean, this one just feels really good. So you can see that it's tacky. It's not too sticky. It's not sticking to my hands. It's not like a mess, but it still feels nice and moist. It doesn't feel dry at all. So this is exactly what you want your dough to be like. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna press out my dough. Just press it out. You want to get any little air bubbles or anything out of it and just press it out nice and flat. And you want this to be about as wide as your loaf pan is long. And I'm really simply just going to roll this into a nice tight log or a loaf shape. So just roll it up really well and then press those seams together with your fingers. Press the seams together, pinch the ends together, and that'll keep your bread from bursting while it's baking. Pat it out a little bit. That looks great. Okay, now I'm just going to put it into my loaf pan. Now I'm going to let this rise for 20 minutes. Now warmer dough will rise faster than cooler dough. So I'm going to put this on top of my stove. I'm going to get my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and that little bit of warmth is going to help it to rise a little bit quicker. Now, if your kitchen is really cool, it might delay your rise. If yours is nice and warm, it's going to rise faster. Higher elevations, their dough actually will rise faster too than lower elevations. So there are a few things that really will depend on how long it's going to take your dough to rise. But for this 1 hour recipe, I say let it rise for 20 minutes. Try to keep it kind of warm on your stovetop or in the sunlight, and that will really help it. After 20 minutes, I'm going to throw this into my oven to bake. So I'll show this to you in 20 minutes, show you exactly what mine looks like, and then we'll bake it. The dough for my 1 hour potato bread has been rising for exactly 20 minutes. It's been sitting on top of my oven as it has been preheating. So it's nice and warm, and it really helped it to rise quickly. So you can see exactly what mine looks like. It is just peeking up over the edge of the loaf pan. Now it's time to put this in the oven. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and score this dough. This is totally optional, but it really does make it look pretty. So I'm going to give it a really quick score. These are just some quick slashes on top. You can use a lom like I am, or just a sharp knife. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the oven. It's preheated to 350 degrees, and I'm going to let this bake for 30 minutes. Look at this gorgeous loaf of potato bread. It was ready in just 1 hour. Okay, I like to turn it out from my loaf pan immediately. Oh, look how pretty this loaf is. This looks perfect. And then I like to brush it with some butter. This will give you that pretty shine, that good buttery taste, and give you a really good soft crust. And then instead of using a cooling rack, I like to just cover it with a tea towel and let it cool. If you let it cool before you slice into it, you're going to have a better textured bread that slices easier. But wait as long as you can. I'm going to let this cool for a little bit, and then we'll slice into it and check it out. I store all of my homemade breads in these beeswax bread bags. They are great for keeping your breads fresh. You can find them on my website, robinonthefarm.com. All right, I'm ready to slice into this really, really pretty loaf of bread. Can you believe that we made this in just 1 hour? Oh, this looks great. And I can tell that it's light, it's fluffy, it's not dense. Just one rise, ready in an hour. That is pretty amazing. All right. Oh, it looks good. Let's keep slicing into this loaf. Oh, what a pretty crumb. What a pretty texture. That is exactly what you want from your sandwich bread. Look at that. Let's go ahead and tear into this slice. Oh, this looks so good. It is light, it's fluffy. Oh, perfect. Tastes so good too. That potato bread taste, I just love it. This one is great for any kind of sandwich that you want to make. A ham and cheese, a peanut butter and jelly. Just toast it, have some butter on top, some jam. You will love this bread. I'll leave the printable recipe for this 1-hour potato bread on my website, robinonthefarm.com. Print this off, make this bread, and let me know what you think about it. If you make a lot of homemade breads like I do, a good mixer can save a lot of time and effort. I get a lot of questions about mixers, and this Hauswirt M5 is a really affordable option. In fact, it's the most affordable mixer that I use. Mine has handled everything from sandwich bread to rolls to cookie dough. It runs really quietly. It can handle up to 2 loaves of bread at a time. I really like the built-in timer, the touchscreen controls, and my favorite feature is that bowl light. You saw that it made a really great loaf of bread today. So if you're in the market for a mixer, you might want to consider this Hauswirt M5.
Robin's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that dough. With flour on her apron, loving each knead,